Hello Eatventure community and welcome back to another video. Look at who paid us a visit again. The man, the myth, the merchant. Just pops up, always bringing us the exact same resources, without fail, every time. Thanks, but I'm still waiting for the surprise when there's going to be something different on offer. On a serious note, I definitely think there's a missed opportunity here though. It's a great simple mechanic to start with, but it could be updated and evolved to be better. Like for example, you could switch up the resources each time the merchant comes around, or switch up the resources every 2 weeks on an 8-week cycle, similar to the way that the themed events work, but the merchant comes around every 2 weeks instead. Or they could interlink the difficulty tiers from the themed event into the merchant event, so you have normal, hard, extreme and impossible. For example, every time you buy everything from the merchant on normal difficulty over the course of the 2 days, the next time around the difficulty will increase to hard and the items you receive and buy are better but cost more. This cycle will then continue from hard to extreme and then from extreme to impossible. Another way of making it more fun, interactive and engaging would be to turn it into a minigame. So similar to Adventures, but every time you complete a level you get a reward from the merchant, and there's 20 stages for you to complete over the course of 2 days. And as you progress, the rewards are better. Anyhow, I know that I'm no game designer, but those are just some ideas which I get are easier said than done. But from my experience, I think this game has so much potential and would be a disappointment if it ever went stale. Right, this is going to be a shorter video than usual, but I'm going to give you a quick in-depth guide on the merchant and break down how this mini event works. Also, how best to prioritize the items that the merchant offers you. If you're anywhere between the early to mid-game stage, this may help you going forward and help you understand this event further. So, how does this event work? So the in-game currency for this event is oranges, I think. I don't think it actually says what they are, but for the sake of this video we're going to call them oranges. You gain these oranges by upgrading your stations whilst playing the game normally. You get 1 orange per station bracket level, the same ratio that you acquire gems from your stations too. So you'll acquire 1 orange when you upgrade your station to level 10, 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 200 and 250. A couple of things to take note of, that this is restaurant dependent as the station's maximum level will vary. These oranges also can only be acquired in normal mode, so you can't acquire them in adventures. The oranges that you do acquire from upgrading your stations can be spent at the merchant store, on items and resources that are for sale. In the store there's a variety of resources available to you, ranging from gems to gear to boxes. Any additional oranges that you have accumulated after purchasing everything from the merchant will continue over to the next merchant event. As you can see, I've not bought anything from the merchant yet, but I've got over 8,000 oranges that I've accumulated. I don't want to be a killjoy, but it hits a point where I think they shouldn't carry over because it's given me no incentive to play, because as soon as the event starts, everything can be bought for me straight away. That's why I think by introducing a difficulty tier system would allow me to spend my additional oranges that I've accumulated. If you're at a stage where you can't purchase everything from the merchant yet, you might be thinking, how should I prioritize the items on offer? Well, this all depends on you and what resources you currently need. If you're focusing on getting more gear, then I'd prioritize getting the boxes and gear first before getting the gems, as you're getting better value for gems. For example, if you buy all the boxes, this is equivalent to having/spending 800 gems. If you buy all the gems instead, which gives you a total of 475 gems, this is only equivalent to 2 big boxes and 1 small box. You could be in a position where you're working towards a specific legendary or ultimate blueprint that requires a rare or epic item from the merchant. Then ensure you get it. People can often be tunnel visioned when there's gems and boxes available, but always be aware of the gear requirements too, because the gear the merchant has to offer you could be useful. If you're thinking about upgrading your vault further, then your obvious focus will be the gems, as this is the only resource that's available to you that can help achieve that. If you're in the early to mid stage game, I wouldn't focus on getting gems if you plan to spend them on pet boxes, because it's simply just not worth it. They cost 500 gems per time, and your main focus is to get better gear at this stage. So just play the game and allow yourself to naturally acquire the necessary eggs. And the good thing is about getting the big box is that it still gives you a chance to get an epic egg and a legendary egg, with a 2% chance of an epic egg and 0.25% of a legendary egg. As you know, I'm always looking for new ways to help out the Eatventure community and cover as much of the game as I possibly can. So I hope this helped. I'll see you in the next one.